that, I wanted to introduce you to them, and then I'm going to leave them up here for a second, so if you have any questions you want to ask of them, you can actually ask them and hear about their deals and what exactly they did. Now the first one you're gonna look at and you'll be like, well, that's not a very impressive check, but when he tells you exactly what he did for it, he's brand new, just started with us a few weeks ago, and what he did for it was actually just an exercise he was doing just to get more comfortable speaking with sellers. So if you can give a round of applause for the first one to come up with is Alex. I don't know how to pronounce the last name again. It's so funny. This is a check for $1,000. Alex didn't even go on an appointment for this one. He was making some phone calls. You can tell him about how you came about that one.
All right, so man, I'm on the spot now. I didn't expect this was gonna happen.
Go ahead.
All right, I got up Sunday morning, hopped on the computer, looked on Craigslist, found a property that was in the motivated seller list. It's been up there for about 28 days, and I called the guy who already had it under contract, wholesaler, and obviously they couldn't move it. Told him I had a big buyers list. No, I do. Scott's here. So, and said, okay, called Scott. They looked at it, and Kevin got a house out of it. 20 minutes and 3 phone calls.
All right. So the next one I wanted to call up is Dennis and Pam Thomas. I don't know if Pam is here, but I saw Dennis. Dennis, is he here?
He's here. Right.
Dennis. Come on, Dennis. You don't have to kiss your friends. Just where you are. So Dennis has been at this for a little bit. He just started with us and finally got his first deal closed actually this week while he was gone. And to be honest with you, Dennis, you haven't even got your real check yet.
Oh.
It's all extra. How's everybody doing?
So tell them a little bit about your deal, Dennis. No, you gotta hold the check. Come on. Come on.
Well, I'm one of these guys. You see me running around putting up my We Buy Housing sign.
Give him the mic. No, the other one.
Oh Lord.
See what you started?
It's all
In the
good.
corner.
If I'm making money, I can speak. If I'm not making no money, I can't say that. I mean anything. But anyway, I've been running around since I started with Scott. But I've been running around since I started with Scott. This is something I tried to do about 2 years ago, putting up signs. I got like 3 calls in a year and a half. Started with Scott. He said, make the signs yellow and make black lettering. So I did that. You know, about a month and a half later, I got a lot of calls off of it. And then this lady finally called. Oh. The lady called, we met, went to the property. I went ahead. Scott has a kind of song and dance, a way he wants you to do things. So, went in, started building the report with the lady. And that's what Scott wanted me to do, so build a report. So, I said to her, like, okay, I have this raw. Let me walk around with you and see if we have any issues. So that's what we did. I filled out the raw while I'm talking. So after we did that, just before I walked out the door to give her an estimate, I asked her, Scott, big question. So what do you think you want for this property? That's his spiel. So she was like, she didn't really know. So I wanted her to give me an answer because if it was lower than what I was thinking, I was going to put her number. So it was higher. I put my estimate, you know, so that's what he wanted to do. So I went outside, spent my 10 minutes, do my due diligence, came back in, and added a little number. So I started talking to her, giving her other options, and then she said, what's your number? What's your number? So I gave her the number. And she was like, let me think about it. So she walked back in the house. Then she came back out and said, okay, we'll do that. But she owed about almost 20 more thousand on the property. But she was motivated, she wanted to do it. So we closed on the 28th, she paid her 20, and Scott sold the property, and it took like 28 days, $8,000.
No, that's yours. I want you to hang that up. I want you to hang that up and remember about your first deal. All right, well, next up, you've already met briefly earlier this morning, Lucy Johnson. Come on up, Lucy. Lucy has done 2 deals so far, and her deals were actually fantastic. Now, I remember going with Lucy on her very first appointment, and it's funny how much it changes just in a short time. She only started working with us, I guess it was like November, and she was literally in the very first appointment shaking. She was so nervous to go in and speak to him. And now she's on appointments every single day. She's rocking it out. Congratulations, Lucy. She's got $21,000 so far, and she's going to tell you about her deals.
Nothing's done without Scott, honestly. He's been, you know it. I know, but I'm going to make you do it anyway. I'm going to start charging you. I love you. Love you. Time is money. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Lucy, as you know. I've been through a lot of battles in my life here recently. In the last couple of years, I've fought breast cancer, been through chemo, been through surgery, been through radiation. I got hair back. I'm big time, man. Decided I need to do something different with my life, so here I am. This is second workshop. I'm learning today what I forgot and getting ready to move on a little bit and do some different things, lease options and stuff. But yeah, I met a nice young man on my last check, and he had a situation that he lived with his mother and had a house sitting, had been sitting for over a year. She had a heart problem, and as it turned out, he needed out of the situation. And it ended up, with no hesitation, he took my offer. We wrote a contract, and that was the day after, the morning after I got my first $8,000 check, that we had Margarita Day, Margarita dinner. And the next morning, afternoon, we had a thing where we met other investors and everything. And I picked up my $8,000 check that night. The next morning, went to the appointment, got my second contract, went to the luncheon with the other investors. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's cloud nine. And the first time that phone rings and you get that first appointment, I'm telling you, that's like having a baby. You know, it's just a feeling all of its own, and I'll never forget it. But yes, here I am, from November to March 1st. This is it. I'm getting more this year than I got last year. I'm not that kind of guy. So thank you very much. Y'all can do it too.
You're very welcome. And lastly, I'm going to call up Patrick Maloney. Patrick has actually been with us the longest, and he actually did his first deal, I think, in August of this year, and he has done 4 deals so far. One of them did not close yet, and it will close probably next week. His first deal, he only made $6,382 on. He wholesaled it. His second deal, he made $15,000 on. His third deal he did while he was traveling in Florida. He put out signs while he was in Florida and did $24,000 on. And then his last one is getting ready to close this next week, where he'll make $10,000.
Was Florida.
For a total of $55,382,000 in his first deal. And he's got a full-time job that he works every day, all day long.
So, I'm an engineer. If anybody knows engineers, we're analytical, and we trip over our own feet because we just get stuck thinking. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, believe me. I got into this with Carlton Sheets in 1999, bought my first house to flip in December of 1999. It was my goal. That's when I'm going to buy my first house. And I was so scared, it was unbelievable, but since I was committed to it and said, that's it, I'm doing it, I bought it. And I was terrified though. Luckily the people paid the first month and the last month and also a deposit, so I decided to build a third bedroom onto that house. Didn't know what I was doing, but I just did it. went on YouTube, learned how, asked guys at Lowe's, and built a 3-bedroom house. Then sold that, made some money. I moved up here in 2014, and I had been just the money man. I turned into the money man for a guy who were flipping houses down in Florida, and I wasn't doing really well. Maybe one deal a year, and I'd make $10,000, $8,000. And I came up here, and I was looking, and I came, just like you guys, to Scott's seminar. And after all my experience at Tom Vu, Carlton Sheets, I did not go. Matter of fact, Fortune Builders, Fan Merrill approached me and my partner down in Florida and wanted us to become part of them. And we were like, no. Last thing we want to do is advertise to the government that we're making a lot of money flipping properties. So no thanks. So we didn't do that. Anyway, so I'm just telling you the background because when I took Scott's class, I was so excited because Scott's for real. This guy is for real. And I told you I'm an engineer because tripping over my feet, Scott is so patient. I have never heard him say a discouraging word at all. And he's very patient with me, and I'm like, I need the book. I gotta have the book. What's the MAO? What's this? What's it? You know? And he's just, okay, and he's always explaining it to me, and it just works. I just do what he says. I was the only one in my class that made the signs the way that Scott showed them. You know, the dollar signs, fast cash, we buy houses, and my name. Unfortunately, I put my domain, and I forgot. I keep ordering the same sign, so I got to take my domain off of it. But anyway, no one else did that. They bought little teeny signs, or one guy got up because he did a deal on Craigslist, and that guy is now a jobber, sometimes working for me, dog hunting houses for me, and he gets a referral of $1,000 when I close. Ron Hackensaw gave me a call. So that's what he does. He works for guys that are actually buying the properties now, and he's happy with that. So this works, and it's amazing, and all you got to do is exactly what Scott tells you to do, and don't deviate. Don't try to save money deviating to buy little teeny signs that no one's going to see or pay attention to because they're not in their face. No, that's it. Thank you. Oh, this is from September until really now. And I've got 4 deals working right now. So I just contracted on a house. I bought it for $10,000 in Portsmouth. And I think I have that house sold. Sold it today. And I've got, from last night, I've got 2 other deals. And then on homes. And I'm going into business with a girl next door. The people are behind in their payments, so we're gonna buy it up and buy the house and use that as a slow flip.